In the greenhouse game, each week begins with 3 players entering the greenhouse, earning power in deciding who goes home each cycle. Players in the greenhouse designate which players are vulnerable at each week's banishment. Additionally, players are able to earn seeds, the in-game currency, and the vulnerable players can use those seeds to buy their way out of precarious situations. Alliances must be forged, lies must be told, and at the end of each cycle, someone has to go home. It's the ultimate game of negotiation. Do you strike now or save your power for later? Do you save a valuable ally or do you save your seeds? 13 enter, 1 will leave. This is the greenhouse. In his exit interview, John left his 2 seeds to Meredith.
You left the game with 2 seeds.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
There's no way.
Yes, you did.
How did I have 2 seeds?
Drake gave them back to you after you got them back.
Oh, okay. I'll give them both to Meredith.
What the hell?
We all just went through some shit.
Shared experiences.
Claire just went through some shit.
Claire, you want to sing rant?
Obviously, I'm still happy to be here.
You thought you were gone.
But I had said my graces. I knew exactly where my seeds were going, and I did not think I would be sitting here today, right now. So it's definitely. I'm happy to be here, but I don't think I'll be here long. So.
Alright. Hello, top 7. Woo! So for this greenhouse challenge, the last Rose and Sunflower cannot compete. The Rose is no longer with us. So Claire, you cannot compete. Everyone else is competing. We're playing a very quick game, literally 2 minutes of shuffleboard. You will each get a disc, be behind this row of cones, and try to get as close to the brick line as possible without going over. If any part goes past this line, you're
Any
out.
part, okay.
Okay. If you're past, you're immediately out. Also, the closest person each round will receive a seed. The furthest person each round is eliminated, or if anyone goes over, you're auto-eliminated. And that's the round. And 3, 2, 1, launch. Brandon is out, and Bryce receives seed. In 3, 2, 1, launch. Oh! Oh! Christian is out of the challenge, and Lainey gets a seed. 3, 2, 1, go. Meredith is out. So is Bryce. Meredith went further out, so I'll say Bryce is third. Does that feel fair?
Yes, I think that's fair.
Does that feel fair? Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, y'all are the top 2. Oh wait, who was closer? I didn't see her.
She was close.
Laney was.
Lainey gets a C. 3, 2, 1, launch. And Lainey's first place, Drake is second place, and Bryce is third place. Seeing that it is nightfall, we are going to shift things into lit areas. Okay. Rose, Sunflower, and 2 seeds.
Have it up every round.
I'm gonna see what y'all decide, and I'm gonna see what I really want, because I don't know what I want.
Okay, Bryce, you pick first.
I'll do the rose.
Rose. Drake.
I'll take the sunflower.
Drake takes Sunflower. Lainey, what will you do?
If I take seeds, will y'all put me up?
No.
No.
Alright, I'll take seeds.
Lainey takes seeds. Alright, everyone, prepare for nominations.
It was I that initiated Venus Flytrap talks. It wasn't John. And somehow I got out squeaky clean. Hopefully. I'm gonna make sure this round I don't get thrown under the bus by anything I did. I'm trying to stay in the middle, but it's getting harder. When I saw that the non-Claire side didn't have it, gave my last seed to Claire, so Claire now trusts me. But I inserted a chip, and everyone forgot about that chip that I won from the boot to get get Drake a Venus Flytrap, and then Claire ran to me and Bryce gave her his coins, and I was like, okay, that's a checkmate. I need to give my coin to Claire. So Claire now trusts me, but so I gave her my last seed, but I need to make sure Drake doesn't rat, and I need to make sure like I stay in the middle. Still, it's like another Maddie situation, but Claire ended up blowing up at Dylan or at Drake, John, and Brandon, which makes no sense. and I feel like that big fight could not have gone better for me, but I need to make sure that it stays like that. So that's where I'm at right now.
So what's your path forward?
My path forward is to make sure, or I think I have to make sure Bryce, Brandon, or Claire goes home here. And I think it's going to be Bryce or Brandon. And just stay in the middle and then form a final. I need to form a final with Drake. I feel like I can beat Drake, but I need to just adapt on who's get what power and then who's nominating. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to adapt and execute.
Not going after you.
Okay,
And
and
that
I
should
believe
prove it.
it does, and I believe you, and I'm sorry it came to that, but I was honestly just working off of the information I had, and I was scared. Because Maddie, before she went out, was saying the same thing, that I don't think Claire is really working with us.
Maddie was
And then she
spinning
blew up, yes.
So many fucking lies.
And so, I hope you can understand where I was coming from. Like, I was really scared. I thought you were trying to get me out.
Okay. Are you holding true to giving me half your seats?
Yeah, I have 6. You can have 3.
Okay.
Because that still leaves me enough to buy an uproad if I need one. You're not my target.
Okay.
I'm putting up Brandon because he put me up before, and he's really the only one who's given me a reason to put him up.
Okay.
So do with that information what you will. And I really am sorry that it came to that. But when so many people are talking to you, and we're getting down to this few numbers, it's hard to believe one person when the information comes from so many sources.
I think a lot of people were targeting me because I was well liked. And I think that was the easy narrative to push, particularly from John. John was always fishy
And
with
like
me.
the reason I took Rose from you was because I did not think he was going to take Sunflower. I thought he was going to take the seeds. And I was like, I don't want to be Sunflower. And then he fucking... So that just blew up right there. Like, I really am sorry. On a game level and a personal level. Like, I know we try and keep it separate, but sometimes it just hurts.
I mean, like, Claire as a person is fed the fuck up. Because that whole thing, until we were all sitting right here, was a load of horseshit.
I know. And like, when they're coming at you one by one like that and then talking in a big group like, yeah, that's happening, that's where that came from. And I was like, well, I'm fucking scared shitless. Like, this is the only plan I see.
Well, Venus Flytrap is no longer in play. Most of us are poor now.
Yeah.
How did you distribute the seeds back?
I gave everyone who gave me one back.
Who all gave you one?
Lainey gave me one, Christian gave me one, which we need to talk about. And then Meredith and John. John's probably giving his 2 back to Meredith, if I'm guessing. But on a bigger note, I think Christian is playing the entire house.
I agree.
Because he came to me and he said, I'm going to help you stay. And then he also won't give you a seat too. So he's just trying to save face with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Can you put 3 seeds in Claire's pocket, please?
Yes.
I think I'm gonna go for the green thumb.
Okay, for the next
Mhm.
round.
Yeah. I haven't done it. Obviously, that's
No,
that's
yeah.
something that just popped in my head.
Yeah.
Just because I have enough seed to do it.
That's fair, because I mean I won't be able to compete in the next round.
Yeah.
Which is kind of scary because the next round is the round before
But, like-
Daisy Chain.
So it's nice
Right.
because like whoever,
This drops us down to 6. The next round is we drop us down to
yeah.
5, which goes us into
So next is 6. So I can use green thumb.
Yes, the next
I
round.
do want to
Next,
buy green thumb.
that is smart because next is the round before
So green
Daisy
thumb,
Chain.
for those of you that don't know, green thumb, if I buy it, I can take the position of somebody in the greenhouse. So whoever got first place, I can say, nope, I got first place now, and take their spot, and essentially, get my place in the greenhouse again when it matters. So that's my plan.
Okay. You are not on my own.
I have purposefully not won challenges because I don't want blood on my hands.
Yeah. At this
That's
point,
how I've been playing this game.
I started this game off not wanting
I
blood
feel
on my
like jury
hands.
people are pissed at me, so that's fun.
Yeah.
So I'm also gonna say I think I'm a good person to bring to the end because I don't see myself winning because I have not been in power and I have not made them.
Right.
I didn't know initially that it was Flytrap, but then Flytrap happened and then I did give him another seed. I will not lie. So I apologize for that. You didn't ask me for a seed. I would have given. It was the first. I was gonna give my seed to whoever asked me, and I couldn't find you. So Drake found me first, and I gave the seed to him.
See, I really want to believe you.
Okay.
I am mad and don't really believe anyone right now.
And that's totally
And
understandable.
that tells me that you would pick Drake over me.
I understand that. I will say I did not choose power because I wanted the seeds because I wanted to show that I don't want to make bad blood, especially because I know I crossed you last round, and I do want to apologize because I do really trust you, and I know you probably lost trust in me, and I understand that, and I totally I would feel the same in your position, you know. Now that being said, had you I was walking around looking for people to talk to, and everyone was talking in their little pods. I had my other seed in my pocket, and I was waiting for somebody to ask me. I did give it to Drake because I knew what he was doing, and for that I do apologize. So that is my spiel.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just coming clean. But I don't have any power this round. I do have 7 seeds, and I will tell you what I'm planning on doing. I'm doing Green Thumb. I'm gonna buy the Green Thumb.
Okay.
So essentially, I want to keep you safe because I did cross you, and I feel like I owe you that at least.
Okay.
So I'm doing the Green Thumb, so whoever is in the greenhouse next round, I can replace. Essentially, I have 7 seats. I can do that instantly. So, yeah, this is me. Forgive me. I apologize. I love you. So I am sorry.
If you hold true to that,
Yes.
that will prove to me.
Yeah, and that's what I'm planning on doing. So whenever it's final 6, whoever's in the greenhouse, I'm gonna take whoever I don't trust, essentially, out. But I guarantee, going forward, I have no reason to cross you. I have no reason to cross you. Exactly. Literally. But like I said, I'm gonna get the Green Thumb, and whoever's in, if you're in the greenhouse next round, I'm playing it next round. But if you're in the greenhouse next round, I won't take you out.
But will you pick Drake over me if it comes down to something like that?
No, I'm gonna pick you because I crossed you, and because that's not fair. So if it comes to the final 4 and we're doing all the stuff for the final 4 stuff, I will give you my seats and vote for you for immunity, and that is my promise. Whatever seats I have left, I'm gonna bid 5 on Green Thumb, so I'll probably only have 2 left unless I can get some in the next couple rounds. But I will give whatever seats I have left to you. I promise. Okay? Okay. I'm pinky in.
Eye contact?
That's solid. Okay. I don't have any plan on crossing you. So, and I wanted to come clean to you about that.
Okay.
So I told you earlier you were my number 1, and I'm sticking to that.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry. I feel really bad for crossing you. Because I love you as a person too. I'm gonna cry.
I'm not taking this personally. I think
I know
just
you're
have a lot
not,
of
but
energy.
See these tears? They're crocodile tears. I'm not really sad. I do feel bad about voting her out, but I'm just I'm laughing because I would take her, and I said everything I said to her. I will do. If it's in the final 4 immunity, if she's there, I will give her my seats, and I will trust her with final 4 immunity. If she crosses me, then she crosses me. That is what it is. But I'm buying Green Thumb this round, and I'm gonna take whoever is in greenhouse that I don't like out next round. But just know that those crocodile tears were just for show. I'm not really upset. I'm chilling. I'm just here for seeds.
Yeah. And I think that's a good strategy.
I think
just
seeds
don't
are the most
appreciate
important
that.
going towards the end.
I completely agree with you.
So-
I think you're completely right. I do think you made a good call.
Because I don't need to put anyone out.
Yeah.
There's no reason. Especially after that whole last round and that whole
Exactly.
spiel that just happened.
Where do you feel like your loyalty is, if I can ask, just straight up?
I mean, I did give Drake the seeds. I feel like I'm loyal to Drake, but now I feel not that I was backed into a corner with Claire, but I feel like I have to be loyal to Claire. Not that I'm saying I have to be. I'm more loyal to her. I almost fucked her over there. So it's kind of a wiggly line at this point.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at. I like everyone.
Yeah.
I have no reason to cross anyone at the moment.
Exactly.
Which is crazy because it's Final 7, and I don't have any enemies. I know we haven't had an ongoing game relationship, but I don't even feel the need to cross you.
Exactly.
So that's why I was I don't need any power because I have no to put up. I have no clear target.
Exactly. I'm just pretty sure I'm going up just through process of elimination.
That's
I'm
fair.
pretty sure Bryce is going to put me up. I just don't know who Drake is going to put up right now.
2.
And
that means I have no idea what the votes might shake out to be, but I feel like I'm probably going home regardless. Okay.
I cannot believe the position I'm in at the moment. I cannot believe the position I'm in at the moment. I could easily go to Final Four. Especially if I get Green Thumb. Because that guarantees that I'm going to make it to 5. And then Daisy Chain, that's either a comp or a like somebody telling me I'm good with everyone in the house. And I think that paints a target on my back. Like, I have a feeling that they're going to get me got at some point. I don't think I'm going to win. If I win, if I get to the finals, I will be gagged and gooped. But I have played a very messy, snaky game, and I think I am the snake in this greenhouse. And it's so fun. I was just crying crocodile tears because I kind of felt that. I did feel bad about the whole Claire situation, but we made up, and I, like, gave her a deal. So, What deal? I told her that if I get Green Thumb, which I'm planning on getting Green Thumb, I have 7 seeds. There's no reason I won't get it. But I'm gonna get Green Thumb, and replace whoever's in the greenhouse next round, whoever I want. I said if she's in the greenhouse, I won't replace her. And if I make it to Final Four and she's also in Final Four, then I will give her the seats that I have left as a vote for immunity. Because she said, I feel like you'll choose Drake over me. And I said, oh, no, that's not the case. But that doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I don't know. I think I will. I have a feeling I will. But things change in a couple rounds, so we'll see.
Dude, so what are you going to do?
If my nom's taken off, I'm putting up Brandon. Just because he and Bryce are the only ones left that are viable options that have put me up before. So no one else has really made waves with me.
Yeah.
Aside from
I'm gonna
just
go walk
spreading
around.
information. No, you're good. So I'm putting up Brandon, and then if he gets taken off, I'm going to be putting up Christian,
Okay.
which I've already talked to him about too.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking would happen. Yeah, I'm fully expecting to be up. I don't know if there's a way to salvage it for me. I don't have the votes against Brandon, and I don't know about Christian. I don't think I would make it either way, honestly.
How many seats do you have?
3.
Uproot yourself.
I just will probably get outbid.
Because then, I don't think so. They just spent all theirs. And I have 3 that I could try and help you stay in the game with.
I hate having none, but if it is me in the game, then... But then, okay...
You in the game is better than you out of the game with some.
Right. And then after that, it's
It's
what,
down to
6 of us?
It's just really just whoever wins competitions.
Exactly, because I feel like you, me, and Christian could be 3, but we could absolutely split
And I
up
think
because of whoever
that's
wins.
that's the way that we're trying to do it.
Yeah,
And it kills me that I have to put him up. I don't have any other options.
yeah.
My social game already blew up just now, so
Yeah.
the only thing I have is giving people my word.
Right.
And
But we've been honest with each other from the start.
yeah,
So yeah, no, I know where I'm at, and
I can help you probably at least make this round.
Yeah,
But I also know seeds are important in the upcoming thing.
yeah. In the final, someone else has to give you seeds to put you in the final, and so having like 1-to-1, but you can also split seeds with each other, because if it's a tie, then those 2 people are the final instead of 3 most or whatever. It's been a second. I watched that video all the way this morning. So yeah, seeds will matter. If I don't have any, someone will have to give me one to do mutually assured
Yeah.
reaching the finals. But I'm all for that. And if you're helping me, I'm with you all the way.
I know that, like, we've been mentioning Claire this whole game. Like, we've just been mentioning it in passing. Like, that round got really big really quick. And I want you to know I'm in your camp. Like, and I hope you know that I am.
Yeah.
Like, I've run to you for every single thing in this game. And I feel great about you. And, like,
Yeah.
I feel like we can get past this.
I think so.
We can keep going. What is your...
Because honestly,
we need to
I
make sure
feel-
Claire doesn't figure that out, that we were thinking about it.
yes,
Both of us were thinking about it.
I don't think she will. I think the only person who really knows is maybe Lainey, because she's one of the first people that told me. But Lainey is working really hard right now to get in Claire's good graces. Then I don't think that's going to be an issue.
So who are you putting up?
Meredith.
Okay, Meredith, and who's...
I don't know who Drake's going to put up.
I need to go see who Drake puts up.
It's going to be someone from our side.
But do you feel better with Lainey than Meredith? Yeah?
Yes.
Meredith's alone. She didn't have John.
I feel better with Lainey. I've cultivated a relationship with Lainey.
Yeah. Okay. I see that.
I think Lainey is eager to
Work with us?
work and be on the right
So
side
she
of
worked with
this.
me because I feel like she's been working with me, but like,
I think she's eager to be on the right side of this. And she knows who the right side is at this point in the game. Because we're the obvious majority now.
Yeah, I just don't know where this leaves me.
Well, same. And I'm pissed at Drake for like trying to throw me under the bus when that is absolutely not what happened.
That whole
There's a
situation was
giant
bad.
difference in sitting around in a circle and listening to what other people have planned for someone who I am working with and not causing a scene so that I have information. Do you know what I mean?
Completely.
So that, but I understand it's all a game and it's smart gameplay. But if that turns clear on me, that's going to piss me off
Yeah.
because that has never been what we've been going for. Because I was like, you can say many things about me if you want. Make sure that they're accurate and don't start stumbling in the middle of it when someone is holding a freaking Venus flytrap.
Yeah, and start not knowing who said what.
Thank you.
Yeah, and saying
Girl,
like,
get
yeah,
out.
saying no one said that. Like, oh, she's going after your game. They said she's putting you up, and then it turned true.
Which was common knowledge.
Exactly. They had talked about it.
Right.
And I knew it wasn't news to him.
Yeah.
And so that didn't come from me. I definitely not. And so yeah, him just floundering. And I knew Venus flytrap was a bad idea. And I said like, that to me is not something I want to play with. It is a last resort. And I gave him one, and I lied about having another one.
Good for you.
I held it in my hand, and so I just held up my empty cup and let him not hear it make a sound.
Sure.
So I didn't actually have to verbally lie, which is great. But yeah, that's what I've been up to, and I'm gonna tell Claire that as well, because like I was kind of cornered into giving one, and,
Yeah.
and she had lied to me about how many she had, and so I just didn't know where to turn or what to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like the numbers game has been very delicate in getting to this point, because now 7's an odd number. I am obviously without my partner right now, and so I'm sort of not knowing what happens to me next, and I'm looking to figure that out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I told Drake and Lainey this. I had one seed left. And obviously, you know, I ended up giving it to Claire because she asked for it, and Bryce and Brandon also said they had one more. But Claire asked me for it, so if I didn't give it to her, she was going to be like, why aren't you giving me a seed? And then she would give her Brandon or Bryce, and I would have been out there probably. And I wanted to share that with you.
Yeah. No, I knew that, because she had like looked at both of us and asked us, and we both said we had one, and y'all walked away together.
Right.
And so she took you up on that. And then I hid my other one. I put it in my hand and let my cup sound empty. And so when I could have made it a tie, but to me, I wasn't risking my last seed for something that wasn't guaranteed either way.
Very smart.
That was not worth it to me. So for the second
No,
half
we
of
wouldn't
that
have had any.
negotiation,
We wouldn't have had anyway.
exactly. And the final, you have to have seeds to have any bargaining power to get in from the final four. And so I'm not about to have no seeds at any point, because I'm guaranteed nothing from any challenge.
I think you're going up here.
Hmm?
I think you're going up here by Bryce.
Oh, almost definitely, yeah, because I am now without my partner and completely vulnerable.
Who's Drake putting up?
I haven't talked to him.
I have talked to him.
I've only talked to Brandon just now. And I want to talk to Claire and tell her that, yeah, like, I lied to protect her.
Yeah. I need to talk to Claire and Drake right now. But I wanted to make
Are you
sure.
good?
Yes, we're good.
Okay.
I
Because
want to make sure that you get put up against somebody who like I can vote for. Because
But I
I
don't
feel
know
like
if it's gonna
it's Bryce, Brandon, and Claire right now.
right. And if we
Versus-
can take Claire to us,
I don't know about that.
I don't think we can,
I don't
though.
think we can.
But can we get Lainey? Because it's Lainey and Drake and Claire.
Right.
We're the
I don't
only
know if
people
we
with
can.
that one person.
I
We
don't
can
know if
maybe
we
get
can.
Drake.
Right.
I don't know what we can get, because
Correct.
I trust you and I know that you would like to keep me, but I don't know if it's going to be possible. If the agreements that have been made hold right now, then it's me up and then what?
Right.
I told Claire that I'm 100% not going to put her up. I
Okay.
felt like for not using it on me, it was the thing that I had to do. because I owe her. She could have used it on me and taken me out when she knew that I was gunning for her because I was scared. You and Bryce are the only ones left that have put me up besides Claire, and I can't put up Bryce because he's currently safe. So I just wanted to come forth and let you know that I'm going to be putting you up as my nomination.
And that's not
and be
a
as transparent as possible.
I appreciate that now, and I wish that you, and I understand like what you were trying to say when we were talking right before it all happened, because I know what you meant, but it very much, you were alluding to like the fact that I was not either, that I was playing harmfully against Claire in that moment.
And I'm sorry if it came off that way, because that was not my intention.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, because that was not the tea for me.
Yeah, no, and if it came off that way, I do apologize. That was not my intention.
Okay.
I just was conveying to her that I felt like I was in danger from these multiple sources, not that any of those people were particularly after her.
Okay.
And I cleared that up with her as well.
Well, I'm glad, because that was not what you said the first time, but I'm glad that you cleared it up.
Okay.
So, okay, well, I understand. I'm assuming there's nothing I can do to change your mind, but
he's the only option, and I just promised Lainey that if she picked Seeds, I wouldn't put her up either.
Sure.
So
okay.
I'm glad you're here. And I told
So
you.
am I.
I told you it was John.
Still nervous.
She told me.
She could have flipped that,
She
and
could've.
even
It was her decision.
it was her decision.
But-
even if she said it was going to John, it could have gone to me.
Right.
So
Right.
like, and I appreciate you coming telling me. Didn't do anything to calm my nerves, but
yeah, I've been sharing everything with you.
I am putting up Brandon.
Okay.
Brandon and Bryce are really the only ones who have put me up that are still here, and I told why can I not ever remember her name? Starts with an L.
Lainey,
thank you. I always want to say Lilia, and I told Lainey when we won the competition just now that if she picked Seeds, I wasn't going to put her up.
I feel like
so that's all of my options.
Yeah, Brandon versus Meredith.
Is that who he's putting up?
Yes.
Well, if that's the case, and one of them uproots,
Why is it? Yeah. Well, no one has anything, right? Lainey has enough coins. Only Lainey. You can do whatever you want. I'm good with whatever you want.
okay, because you would be my only other option
I have.
at that point. Because I can't put Claire up.
Why?
I just made her a deal that I would not put her up because of everything that we just went
Like
through
for the rest of the game.
for this round.
Okay.
As we get further in, we know it's going to be a tough game, but I gave her my word that I would not put her up this round.
Okay. Okay. That makes
As my
sense.
first nominee, as a backup nominee, nothing.
Cool. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. I'm gonna keep relaying stuff to you, but like we just need to make sure that we stay okay.
That plan did not go as planned.
No.
I mean, my cards are all on the table of who I'm aligned with at this point. I'm pretty sure it's fairly obvious. So I think my nomination is pretty obvious because I can't nominate Drake. So I think Meredith is my only option. Yeah, I'm a little anxious because I can't compete in the next round, which would guarantee me getting at least 2 daisy chain rounds, which I think I could get through. So I think if I can make it through the next round, get to the daisy chain, I think I can be fine. And then honestly, I feel really good about being in the top 4. I feel really, really good about being in the top 4. Lines are drawn. Lines were drawn the last round. I feel good about Christian. I feel like Claire owes me big because I'm the reason why she was able to buy the Phoenix Slot Trap. And I feel good about Brandon. And I feel good about Lainey too. So as long as I can make it past Drake and Meredith, I should be scot-free. I should be set.
Who would you say is your number one ally right now?
That's tough. That's tough. I want to say, right now I would say that we're all pretty equal. My allegiances are pretty equal between Christian, Claire, and Brandon, because I think Brandon and I have been playing since one of the early competitions, like round 2. Christian and I have been close since the beginning of the game. I don't know how trustworthy he is, to be honest. And then, like I said, Claire owes me big, like massive, and so I don't think that's an issue.
So, if you could go to the end with any group, what would it be?
I think my ideal would be Brandon, Claire and Christian would be my ideal. Wow.
Can we chat?
Yeah.
He is. Well, yeah, and he's gonna put me up.
Does he told you?
Yeah, he just told me. Because he's not gonna, he can't put you up. He said it would be one of us. You're safe. He won't put Claire up and won't put Lainey up because of the deal that y'all made up there. So it'll be me and then whoever you're thinking.
Meredith.
Well, yeah.
Which I think you have votes.
I mean, at this point, I guess whatever. Hey, Queen.
Drake just told me that Christian also gave him a seed in that whole thing.
I have to say, I've heard Christian's name too many times now.
Yeah.
For me. It is now pissing me off.
Me too.
So, and there's not enough game yet. I'm going out. And he already told me.
Bryce points at Meredith to indicate that he wants to nominate her.
Okay.
That's what I think. I think that's because I think he will
The
stay.
concern is she might have gotten all of John's coins for Uproot.
Yeah.
And then what?
Christian.
Yes, Christian.
Honestly, yeah.
Because
I'm over it. I'm over it. I keep hearing it every now and then from these different spots, and it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
And I also just talked to Drake about, I said, like, essentially, don't you dare say that I'm saying things that I'm not saying. I said, there is a big difference in listening in on a conversation and actively spreading information. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's the game. So, it's time.
Because
I think.
I feel good with Lainey. She's done a lot, I think, to earn my trust. The past few rounds, Christian's been kind of skeeving me out. I hate to do it because we've full transparency. We've been aligned since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he is wheeling and dealing his way,
I want
and
to say,
skillfully, like he's doing well. But this
I
is an
think-
opportunity that you have.
I hate to say it, I think Maddie was telling the truth about him.
Maybe.
I really hate to say it, but I think Maddie was telling the truth.
I don't
Because-
understand her apologizing then,
No,
and she never did apologize
okay,
directly
but-
to me.
but-
So that's what I don't.
That's also
understand.
us hearing from
But
Christian.
during Maddie's, that's what I'm saying. During Maddie's eviction speech, she said, "I'm being sent home for telling the truth."
Yeah.
If you apologized for lying,
Dude.
Can I ask you something, Christian?
Yes.
Drake just told me that you also gave him a seed for Venus flytrap.
I thought it was Uproot.
I don't believe that.
I gave you a seed.
Yeah, because you knew it was Venus flytrap.
No. But yes, yours.
I'm pissed at pretty much everyone at this point.
I didn't think they were gonna do a fucking Venus flytrap. I was repaying my debt. Drake was like, "Hey, can you repay my debt by, like, I took a seed from him earlier on in the game, so I gave him back one." I thought it was Uproot. I did not know it was doing that.
What's important right now is keeping Brandon in.
Yes.
Mhm.
So, I only have one seed, I believe.
I have one,
Yes.
I don't.
Because I got it back.
and
I got it back.
they have a ton.
Who? Lainey has 3.
Yeah, she's
on their side?
She's on their side.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe
I
I'm
don't know.
wrong.
I feel good
don't
about Lainey. I know she's trying to get him good with you.
I know, but like I said, I don't really fucking trust anyone.
Yeah.
I know.
No.
Know that, like, I gave you my last seed to do that. I wouldn't have done that if, like, it makes no sense for me to do that.
Okay.
Because like, we all gave you. Did Brandon give you? No.
Yes, all 3 of you.
Yeah. So you're here.
I want to make sure that we are good. Okay. Because never once in the entire situation did I ever
You never hesitated. No, I am good with you and Brandon.
Yeah. And like I was telling both of you, if Meredith uses uproot, I'd pick Christian up.
Is that a you decision?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a me decision because
He's pissing me off.
yeah, I don't fully trust him going into the finals.
Yeah.
I don't trust anybody going into the finals, but I know, like, I hate to be so, but like, you owe me, right?
I know.
And I feel good with Brandon.
Mhm.
So I think if we can at least get to the final four, pull our whatever to make one person choose the last person to be banished, and then it's us three sitting in the final three.
I agree.
And I feel really good about that.
Alright, it is time for another nomination ceremony. Drake, your sunflower, and you go first.
Hey guys, after everything that just happened last round, obviously tensions are a little high, but due to a previously had conversation, Brandon, I'm sorry, you were my nomination.
Brandon is nominated and receives a seed. Rose, you're up.
I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to you before. Like I said throughout this whole game, I don't like making these decisions without talking to people beforehand, letting them know what's going on. But I know you're not surprised that Meredith
Meredith is nominated. Alright, Brandon and Meredith are our nominees. It's time for the auction. Let's go. Our two nominees have been decided. Will either of them be able to buy their way off the block? Find out who goes home next time on The Greenhouse.